All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Point podcast show. My name is Zach Bloom, alongside my co-host here.
I'm Sean McCormick.
And today we are going to bring to you a special edition of the To The Point podcast. We are going to do a kind of a year in review for 2024 with a Matthew Berry love-hate twist to it.
That's right. Got a few topics on the docket for us to discuss. Close out the year in style. See where we land.
Yep. We also, obviously wishing everybody a happy holiday season. Hopefully everybody got to spend some good downtime with their families and good wrap up to hopefully a successful year.
Curious, how was your holiday?
The holiday was good. I mean, it's always kind of hectic leading up to it.
Yeah.
With kids, it's almost like a checklist of things to do instead of actually a holiday. So we're just trying to get this done, get that done. But obviously, seeing their faces when they get the things that they want or hiding their disgust when they don't is always, payout worthwhile.
We got the post-Christmas list this year.
Like the Monday morning quarterback type of.
Well, more so like our kids came to us with like, can we get one more gift? We didn't get everything we wanted. So Kathleen and I are kind of struggling on how to best manage that. If we're setting the wrong precedent, or maybe we can do something and turn it into a positive, like maybe they have to give away like 3 old toys or 5 old toys to get one new one for like a donation or something. So we're still not sure, wrestling with that idea.
I think you maybe just start, a lifetime of disappointment. See how it works. Go that route this year, and then maybe next year you do the trade-in.
Anyway, jumping into love-hate 2024. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or elephant shit in the room, if you will, the new TCPA law.
Okay.
Love or hate it?
Well, we will do a love-hate. We could also do a few things that we do love or a few things that we hate about a given topic, because some might be, some middle ground. Do I love, hate the new TCPA law? I actually am a fan that it's going into effect.
Yeah.
I think it's going to clean up the lead generation industry quite a bit. And so I love that that's going to happen. I hate people talking about it. They've been kind of complaining about it for over a year. It's going to get worse when it goes into effect, because there's going to all of a sudden be, thousands of lawyers on LinkedIn making their own assumptions and own rules about it. So I kind of hate the aftermath, like predictably, but I do love what I think is going to happen in maybe 8 to 12 months from now. How about yourself?
I love it for consumers. I think that this law is going to be a tremendous step forward in the lead generation world. Well, not the trade show, but in lead gen world in general, the world we live in. I believe that consumers will have a better experience with lead gen flows, with filling out lead gen forms. And who knows, maybe over time, consumers will start answering the phone again. So I think that this is a very good thing for the lead gen industry. I think it's a very good thing for consumers. I think that there's probably some antiquated sub rules to it that are going to take some time to hash out. And maybe I don't love those. But in general, I love the law. I love that it's being put into effect in its intent. This was the intent of it originally.
Right.
If you speak to anyone in the, any attorney general, they'll tell you that the TCPA law that originally was put into place was supposed to be 1-to-1 consent. So I think it's finally happening, and it's going to be really positive. Like you, I think I hate the fact that, LinkedIn is just, everyone has to have a podcast on it. Everyone has to have multiple guests on it. And I think it's over marketed and over publicized right now. And so I'm kind of over it. So I hate that aspect of it.
We could use the word annoying.
It's quite annoying. So I'm looking forward to January 2025, and hopefully that will come to an end, at least all the annoyance.
And we'll see what happens. I know it's also tied up a little bit in the 11th Circuit of Appeals right now. Maybe certain aspects of it won't go into effect. But again, I know there's a lot of news out there and a lot of opinions. If you are a marketer, if you're in the lead generation space, make sure you have a plan of action in place, because very likely is going into effect and it's not going to go away.
Oh, no, it's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening. There's no doubt about that. The question is, there's some sub rules and laws to it. And the question is, they're trying to hash out what those mean. But this is happening. It's going, certainly have a plan.
Yeah.
So next up on Love Hate, trade shows, love them or hate them.
I love trade shows. I feel like the last year and a half, they've been kind of full throttle again. So there's some great ones out there. Obviously, Sean and I are going to be going to Lead Generation World in a week from now.
Days, yeah.
It's going to be a first for he and I.
Oh.
We're looking forward to that. That's a new one for us, but I know it's also run by the same providers that run the Contact.io show, which is more pay-per-call specific. Phenomenal show. I've been there the last 2 years. Love it. The affiliate summits are always good. But no, I love, just getting to see, industry friends. You always say we're a, big industry, but it's a small circle. So get to see some people, hopefully meet some new clients and go from there. How about you?
Yeah. So I love it and I hate it. I think I love it for a lot of the reasons you do. I like seeing old friends. I like making new friends at these trade shows, but in a sense, I also hate it. Because there's some aspects of the industry I don't care for. I'm also like a extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of energy out of me to go to these shows.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, I think the worst for me is just the lead up to it. I don't like traveling and I don't like packing and all that stuff that goes along with it. Not a big fan.
How much do you plan on packing for a 2-day trade show?
Less than our friend at Turtle Leads.
So you need an extra plane for that one.
No, look, I think I'll pack, the bare minimum, whatever I can carry on with. You?
Yeah, the usual amount of clothes, I would say. I get what you mean, though. There's obviously some traveling itself is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. You know what I also hate is all the LinkedIn messages you get leading up to these shows of just things that are not, people that are going to the show, but really not relevant to your business.
Yeah.
I've kind of had enough of that.
Yeah.
Try to be as nice and friendly as possible. But at the end of the day, it's like, do a little research on who you're prospecting. Let them know how you might be able to work together, what you see a fit.
I agree. Also, one additional thing I hate, this is more for the Vegas trade shows more than any other, is that I know a lot of people meet and network at the Chandelier Bar in the Cosmopolitan, but the trade show is not at the Chandelier Bar. None of the trade shows have ever been at the Chandelier Bar. So shut the fuck up that it's not there and that you have to walk somewhere else. If you want to stay at the Chandelier Bar, stay there. I know a ton of business gets done, probably more there than the show floor, but stop complaining that you have to go somewhere else when the show was never there.
You've had enough of the complaining
about that. Yeah. To your point though, the LinkedIn spam is out of control too, which is a good segue to our next topic.
Well, I have one question for you.
Sure.
Do you know who absolutely loves trade shows?
Who?
Our sponsor, Firewise Consulting.
It's true.
Brent Johnson, CEO, founder, absolutely loves a good trade show.
He gives a good speech too.
He is not afraid of the podium.
No, he likes to lecture. He's up there banging on that podium.
You know what?
Making points.
We should get him one of those laser pointers for the holidays.
Yeah, he's too far past the headset.
Yeah, he's over that.
Oh yeah, laser pointer would be good.
All right.
So LinkedIn, obviously a tool we all use. What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? Go ahead.
I love the sheer volume of prospects you can reach. I love that there have been genuine, authentic interactions that have come from LinkedIn. What I don't like about LinkedIn is it's turning more into Facebook day by day. I think you start to see there's been like a blending of the two. And I think it's probably post-COVID maybe. People just feel like LinkedIn is also a place for them to air their grievances, so to speak.
Okay.
It's not really the Festivus poll LinkedIn. So that I dislike about it. And then of course, like anything else, like the spam is become a bit of a nuisance in the sense that like, I feel bad because I'm probably missing authentic, true relationships and I'm just not paying attention to any of my messages.
I think one thing I hate about the LinkedIn messages though, is when I do connect to someone, I will send a message.
Yeah.
And if someone doesn't want to connect with me based on that message, awesome. That's fine. I don't care. But if someone does accept the invite and then you send them message or an email if they have their address there or some kind of contact information, and then they ghost you, like what's the point of connecting? You just want to get your numbers up?
Maybe.
Yeah. If I say, hey, I'm reaching out to connect because of this and this, and then you accept that invite, one would assume that's what you want to talk about.
Well, look, I think we live in a time where there's so many distractions in life. And I read recently, like back in 2004, it took like 0.8 messages to someone, 1.8 messages to someone to get them to like respond.
0.8 seems impossible.
Yeah, it is impossible. Yeah. But now it's like almost 11 touches before someone will set up a call with you. So I think you are unique in the sense that like you're not going to waste someone's time, but they don't know that. So they put you in the bucket with everyone else, even though you think you're special, you want to be special, you're not. So I think it is annoying that people ghost you, but it's going to take 11 touches probably to get someone on the phone.
Yeah, it's I guess it's the way society changes, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't mind the Facebook-esque posts on LinkedIn, to be honest, if they're posting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Facebook, right? Some of it is interesting. Some of it, you kind of roll your eyes. Most people that post on LinkedIn, they've never had a bad day in their life, or they're doing so well, they have to scream to the world about how well they're doing.
Are you making fun of me?
No, you post positivity on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Which we know is iffy at best if you believe in it, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, the people that just everything's always great. They're doing so well that they need to talk about it.
Well, I told you, I believe in positivity in everything except sports. Like my sports teams, I'm going to be real with those. I'm not going to set false expectations.
Another thing, one type of post I've seen lately, I'm not sure if you have, that I find particularly annoying on LinkedIn, is when someone wants to like get a point out, but they do like this fake dialogue that happened between them and either a CEO or a manager or a VP or something like that. And they're like, me, blah, 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 CEO, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to prove a point. And then you just have to read through this whole thing. It's like clickbait, but they just want to get their point across at the end in this bullshit conversation that probably never happened. And then it's there for the taking.
So you don't like it?
I don't like it one bit.
How many of those have you read?
A lot. It's been incessant.
So they get you?
Yeah, I guess the algorithm.
But do you read most of them?
No, I stopped reading it. Anytime I see a me and then a someone else, I'm not reading the script. I'm out.
Okay.
No more.
All right. Next up on love, hate, holiday season.
The holiday season?
Yeah.
What do I love about it? What do I hate about it?
Yeah, maybe it's just one. It's not both.
Yeah, no, I'm more of a gift giver than a gift receiver. I've been told I do a shitty job at receiving gifts. So apologies to my wife and children and family and friends. It's not that I don't like the gifts, but for whatever reason, I always like seeing people open something that I got them. So that always makes me happy, especially with kids now. It's kind of a whole new element to what the holiday season is. There are plenty of things I hate about the holiday season as well. I could go on for a long time on that, but I'll just start with one. I guess it doesn't happen this year, safe, but I don't like carolers.
Singers?
Yeah, like when they come to your house, I don't particularly like the music to begin with, but if you open the door and you have like this group of people singing, it kind of puts you're the asshole. Like, how long do you have to stand there pretending that you're into it? Like, the countdown immediately starts. Like, they start singing. Is it 10 seconds? Is it 30 seconds?
So you don't want anyone spreading holiday charity or
out my front door. If I want to see carolers, I'll go to a concert. There's plenty in town.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, how long do I have to stand with that door open, smiling like an idiot, listening to people sing when I just want to go back inside?
You get a lot of carolers to your house?
3 years in a row, and then on and off.
But is it like multiple carolers like arrive at your door?
Oh, usually it's like one group each year. So I don't like the concept of it either, if we're being honest.
Oh, hold on. One group of yours too many?
Yeah.
Okay. But they don't like stay for hours, do they?
They may as well.
Is it like one or two songs?
No, I'm out at like 30 seconds. So
you can't make it through an entire song.
I don't want to. You got to like start clapping them. Like, what do you do? How long do you keep the door open?
All right. You said you don't like the concept. Start with the concept.
Same thing. You're inconveniencing people. Stand there with the door open, probably cold, letting the cold air in.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't have a problem with carolers. I don't really have a problem with carolers. I think if people want to spread holiday joy, let them spread holiday joy. Don't be the freaking Grinch or
not the Grinch.
was that Ebenezer Scrooge, right? You don't want to Scrooge McDuck. You
He
don't
didn't like anybody.
sound familiar.
No, doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. No, the holidays, I think the one thing for me is I feel like they always go way too fast. And I'm not talking about the actual day itself, the like leading up.
Yeah.
Feels like it's like on a like accelerated time frame with trying to get gifts and everything in, closing out the year for work and everything else. So I think I definitely don't like that aspect of how quickly it feels like it's sped up over time. And then of course, like the moments you enjoy go way too quickly, whether it's watching your kids unwrap gifts or spending time with your family or whatever the meal you're having. I feel like all those go really, really quickly. You know, I'm going to say this. We have Uncle Charlie in the family. I don't care for him. He's at every event and I don't care for him. I really don't. And this year we're in the nest, right?
Yep.
This year I had to pick him up and drop him off at his house. You know, he's up at the top of his stairs and they're very icy, it looks like. And he asked me to go up and get another box of crap that he's bringing over for Christmas. It was like this old carousel that he had. I don't know why he's bringing it over, but he thought maybe the kids would play with it. None of the kids play with these.
Do you even know what a carousel is?
Yeah, no. So I don't care for Uncle Charlie on the holidays. I've had enough of them, and I think everyone has. I've had enough of Uncle Charlie. Yeah. So I'm going to put that in the hate list.
Is Uncle Charlie one of our like 30 subscribers on YouTube?
It might be going down to 29. So yeah, no, the holidays in general, I like them, but there's certain aspects of maybe particular family members I don't care to be in their company.
We all have that. So
everyone has an Uncle Charlie.
Everyone has an Uncle Charlie.
So recently Google has announced they came out with a new quantum chip called Willow, which is supposed to be incredible leap for humanity in a number of different ways and how it can solve problems and mathematical equations. And it's supposed to be really good for the healthcare industry and solving complex issues like potentially cancer down the line. What's your thoughts on the advancements of AI and this quantum computing thing that's going on? Love it or hate it?
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I kind of missed the memo on Willow. So the risk of sounding stupid, I don't know what that is yet. So I will read up on it. I don't want to pretend, yes, Willow, interesting. But AI in general, I'd be lying if I said I didn't use it. There's like everything else, many things that make life much easier with it. I do hate the over-reliance that I've seen on it with taking effort out of things that require not that much effort, but make it more personal. You know, you and I have had this debate before that I can usually spot AI in an email or a message or just a post pretty easily. I don't care about the posting really. Like if you want to do that. But it comes across as inauthentic if someone, at least in the business relationships, reaching out and they're just using AI to do it. So I think there's a way to kind of use it, facilitate it into your everyday life, especially with work. But no, I love the fact that you kind of have an assistant that can make kind of the grunt work, organizing files, stuff like that. You know, you can help optimize campaigns a little bit by reading data. So things like that I love. I don't, love where it's going to end. I think we've all seen the Terminator. That's going to happen. You see those videos of the robots fighting now. Like, what the fuck are people thinking? We know how this ends. So enjoy it while it lasts.
So you don't think that humanity can police AI or the robots or machinery that we're kind of asking it to make an impact, that you think we'll go the wrong way with it?
I think we will go the wrong way with it, unfortunately.
And then we'll be slaves to the robots.
Who knows?
Okay.
Hopefully it's over quickly.
Going back to AI, doing some copywriting, maybe you could explain to me your feelings on the difference between, if you're going to do some prospecting, you go out and do a sequence, you set up a sequence of, 10, 15 emails. What's the difference between the authenticity of someone not really sending that email versus AI writing the email for you?
I think the biggest difference there is not the automation of it, is more the actual message. When I say I get spotted, it's usually people sending a note that you can clearly tell is not people don't speak.
Yeah.
So backtracking to all those touch points that you were talking about with increasing, I think part of that might be because some messages that people get, at least my personal opinion, is they just don't come across as real whatsoever. So I'm not going to read more than the sentence and just delete it.
Do you ever come across a cold outreach to you and you're thinking like, it's interesting, but you just delete it because you know they're going to reach out to you again?
Probably.
Yeah. I do that frequently. All right. So with Willow, I think that there are some things that are really exciting about it for me. And I think we're going to be able to solve a lot of problems that humanity deals with. But I am concerned too on if we'll be able to police ourselves on it. Also, I read this Willow chip. Google's looking to build 3 nuclear reactors to just power their quantum machinery. And it's like, okay, let me get this straight. You have a chip that can, that's very, very powerful, that can solve a lot of complex problems, but also needs 3 nuclear reactors to power it. Like, what can go wrong?
Like, I think it was called Skynet.
That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a concern for sure. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we can't police it, because if we can, there's obviously going to make life easier. And, things like with healthcare, especially like you just said, the diagnose, help, cure, all that stuff would be phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, you think about your specific like DNA, like crafting treatments based on your DNA alone is going to be pretty spectacular.
I agree.
Cool. Last one. TV shows, love, hate for 2024.
I love TV. It's a good unwinder at night. So there's one which gets both. I started watching this series. It's on MGM, which is an app that I only subscribe to for this show. It's called From, and it is a great show in many ways. It's kind of a mystery, and I have no fucking clue what's happening either. So I have no idea what's going on. I love the coolness of it. I hate that I have no idea what's happening. We're 3 seasons in. I know nothing. This season finale this year, I am so confused as what's going on. I'm down like the rabbit hole now on these fan sites.
Oh, you're like everyone's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like Facebook knows obviously that I've watched it because I looked at one of these posts. So I'm now like most of them in my feed, and I'm like, these are ridiculous. And now I'm one step away from probably posting myself.
You're like one of 3 subscribers probably to MGM.
Yeah, I pay for it for this show. Although it got renewed for season 4, so there's a bunch of us watching.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, so I love and hate that show.
Yeah.
One guilty pleasure of mine, that my wife and I don't have many shows, but we do watch Bachelor and Bachelorette, so I am part of the Bachelor Nation, so to speak.
Oh, you're in it?
I'm in it. Pot committed for like 5 years now.
Can you bet on it?
You can bet on it. Makes it a little more fun. But the best of the series called Bachelor in Paradise, kind of like the degenerate version of it, where like the cast-offs go and like spend a few weeks in like a Mexican resort. They didn't have it this year. I don't know why.
And that's the better of the 2, probably.
It's the third. There's Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise.
And you like Bachelor in Paradise the best?
Yeah, it's like the most drama.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Palmer is hosting now. He hosts all of them, yeah. Ex-quarterfinals. You're Florida. Yeah, you loved him.
Shout out Jesse Palmer.
Great job. So yeah, we could go into more, but I'll leave it to those 2. What about you?
Yeah, I think I may get the name of the show wrong. I'm not sure. I think it was called Severance on Apple TV. That was similar to that From show where you have no clue what's going on.
Okay.
And then you find out at the last episode of what's really going on. That was pretty cool. That was a good TV show. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but definitely worth tuning in on. Man, there's one with Vince Vaughn that's out that I thought was pretty good too on Apple TV. Damn it.
Okay.
It's pretty.
I think I know what you mean. There's so many shows now.
I never remember names or actors or actresses.
Yeah.
But I think your brother said this before. We're like in the golden age of TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I know we didn't have this on the list, but do you have any goals for 2025?
Goals?
Yeah.
I'm sure I do. I don't have a list just yet.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not big into resolutions, but I am into goals.
All right. Well, maybe next year we'll start the episode with the goals.
Do you? It seems like you want to talk about your goals.
That's why I asked you first. I was going to think of them on the fly. I mean, I'm starting to formulate them now. In January, I'm going to Chicago for a strategic coach.
Okay.
So that will probably be interesting to try something new and be part of an entrepreneurs group that I've never really had access to before.
Cool. It's supposed to be nice in Chicago in January.
Very warm.
Yeah. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to Lead Gen World. Like we said, if you are going, we'd love to meet up with you. I know we had mentioned before, one of our guests this year was Sean Reed, who's hosting the Blacks in Performance Marketing meetup, which I believe is happening on Sunday, January 6th. I know you and I are going to stop by. So Sean, we'll hopefully see you. Well, we'll definitely see you there. Anybody else, I think there's an open invite when you sign up for the show to go there. Great organization, great mission. So hopefully that gets a good turnout. And in general, we just hope to see some friends out there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to us if you're going to be there. If not, we'll catch you on the interwebs in 2025.
And if you reach out on LinkedIn, make sure it's not spammy. Otherwise, Sean is going to just...
You're no different.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Yeah. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All the things. Hope you had a good holiday season. And we can't wait to bring you some new content, new episodes of the To The Point podcast in 2025. We do have some great guests lined up. And we'll be rolling out a bunch of episodes in the first half of the year.
Try to send you guys positive energy for 2025.
And subscribe to us on YouTube because the numbers are pretty pathetic, right? Although my mom is now a subscriber and thinks we do a phenomenal job.
Lynn?
Yeah.
I love it.
So,
well, hi, Mrs. Bloom.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
You know I need it, baby. Even if